Hello, everyone. Good day, good day, good day. Happy Sunday to you all. Sassy T at 2. Yeah, just me, your host, Terralisa McBride, coming to you today on this cold November. And we got our hostess with the mostest.
Yes. How y'all
Yes.
doing out there?
All right.
Hope
Well,
everybody
first off,
well.
yep. Well, we better be well because we need to stay healthy before the holidays get in. It was really cold today. Um, Today, we're talking to you on the show about time to renew ourselves. We was thinking about a whole bunch of different ways of stuff we can talk about. Help they're listening, of course, give us a call, 248-820-5053. Coming to you today from Out of the Mud Inc., courtesy of the good guys, the good fellas. James Mayfield, the greatest Mayfield, George F. Grundy II, and Larry Lott. And today we're just going to chat with you all. Hopefully you'll give us a call. Let us know your thoughts about time to renew ourselves. So
Absolutely.
I just want to start out by saying, man, talk about renew. At this.
Mm-hmm.
Haven't changed my hair color in years. I usually don't make New Year's resolutions, but today I woke up, it was on my mind to cut my hair. So I clipped it
Right.
all at the root of the braid and I just cut it off. But
Right.
nevertheless, I'm renewing myself as I'm learning my faith, but that's making me feel like to be a better person because I'm
Mm-hmm.
tired of heartache, upsets, problems, issues, because those things slow you down so you don't feel prosperous to move forward. So everything I do, I want to do it in a happy, go, lovingly way and move about my
Mm-hmm.
day and try to make the best of it and stop worrying and sorrow, like all the chaotic things in the world. What can we
Right.
do at this point? You're going to worry yourself to a frenzy and crazy if you keep allowing it to control you. You better
Right.
be woke enough to know that we are always in survival mode. It's just how you choose to
Right.
survive. And I choose to survive by staying true, happy to me first and God. What about you,
Yeah.
Stephanie?
Same here. Absolutely same here. And it is so important that we find a way to renew ourselves because, like you said, everyday life be lifing. And when I tell you life be lifing, man, and I speak for probably a whole bunch of people. And sometimes we don't know how to take a breath. We don't know how to breathe, because we get caught up in the monotony and the madness of our everyday life. Trying to make
Mm-hmm.
money, take care of kids. We have parents sometimes we have to take care of, and it's a lot going on out here. Especially with trying to survive
Oh
now
my. I know
with the
exactly.
government. Yeah, with the government shutting down and dealing with that and not knowing what's next or what's ahead of us and how to deal with that. So sometimes we just have to just let go and let God. But then we have to let go of a lot of the toxic things that we have had in our life too. And we have to learn how to do that. And for everybody is different. Everybody let go in different ways.
Mm-hmm.
Some people go to the gym, some people, they find other activities to do. They read a book. People have different ways and avenues of trying to let go and just breathe. And sometimes people don't even realize that they have to do it because you would miss
Yep. It
a
become
lot of
repetition. You
things.
got to do it.
Yeah. And I'm gonna give
Mm,
you an example.
mm,
I was really saddened by the football player that unfortunately unalived himself. And if for what I
mm, mm.
could hear, it was because of depression from when his mother passed away. And so, and having to deal with that and not knowing how to go to anybody that would even understand without judging you, to even talk about it. And so we have to learn how to make space in our mind and within ourselves to cope, to get good coping mechanisms. if that makes sense.
Yes,
And
that makes a lot
and
of
a lot
sense
of us
because
don't.
no, go ahead. What you
Mhm.
gonna say? A lot of us what?
Well, you know, it and with the poor young guy who took his life, I think he just didn't have the mechanism, within himself, and not trying to let go. And it probably got overwhelming, dealing with the NFL. His mom passed away 2 months before he got drafted, but then still trying to deal with that. And I'm sure that's a lot. Training and dealing with your teammates, and then you got your family, you got other things going on. So your shoulders get kind of heavy. And so we we
Mm-hmm.
we have to, but were there signs of that? But that's what I'm saying. We have to learn how to renew ourselves and let go of things so that if we do see somebody depressed, we can hear we can hear God talking to us. But we be so clouded with our own madness because we haven't renewed or re-energized our mindset and learn how to prioritize our life. So then now we might have a friend that's going through something and we don't even recognize it.
That's
But the
so true
signs is
because,
there. Yeah. Go ahead.
but that, like, even though you see the signs, and you want to be there to help. A lot of times, the signs that they give, they don't truly show you. First off, if they're depressed, they're gonna not show you that they're depressed. They're gonna pretend to be happy, right? So
Hmm.
while they're pretending to be happy and they're knowing deep inside themselves they're depressed, they're not going to show us that. We're not going to see it. For one, they're going to
Hmm.
keep it condensed inside. And again, that's what's going to build up and make them explode. That's
Hmm.
why I'm saying for myself, and I would take a little heed to it. Look, start loving yourself first. Start remembering that you matter and you make a difference. I have to
Hmm.
keep telling myself that because I still suffer from the loss of my mother. And my mother was
Hmm.
gone when I was 16, and I'm 54 now. So that's a long time.
Absolutely.
And I still feel that loss. But I
Hmm.
had to remember you die
Hmm.
once, but you live every day.
Yeah.
How was I going to survive and make it? Then into other things that cause me or mad at myself. But when you start to heal from within, you become a better version of yourself every day. Every day, version of the person you used to be. And
Hmm.
sometimes that helps us in cases where you feel like you want to take your own life, or you feel like you want to hurt somebody, or you just feel like
Hmm.
giving up.
Hmm.
I think that people really look inside themselves and say, hey, what am I doing to me? What am I doing to me? Because what I'm doing is happen. Now, renew yourself means you have to understand that you got to hold yourself everything you do, every move you make, every move you don't make, whatever it
Hmm.
is, you have to, because you're gonna in a world of trouble, in a world of chaos,
Hmm.
you're gonna find yourself ready to give up, ready to unalive yourself or hurt somebody or whatever. You just can't.
Hmm.
You cannot give up. Can't give up. You got to have something to believe in. I believe in the Lord. I fear Him, but I
Hmm.
also know that I am not 100% on it.
Hmm.
I'm still under construction. He's still working on me. But the better version of
Hmm.
me every day tells my old self, girl, you better get gone. You better come on or get
Right.
gone. Because you cannot, so like you just said it, Stephanie, all the
Mhm.
things you do being in charge of a lot of things. You wear many hats, right?
Right. I
Stephanie,
do.
you wear many
Yes,
hats.
I
You have
do.
many jobs within a job. Every job has a job, right?
Hmm.
So continue to renew yourself.
Um, every day, I'm gonna say this. Every day, sometimes it's a battle. um it's like a mental loop, and where you get stuck on the same thoughts, and you playing the same thing over and over in your head. And then you have to learn how to break through that loop and stop thinking the same thing and doing the same things the same way. So with me, I find new ways, and try to do things differently to change my mindset, to renew myself for that day. And every day I try to do something different, something positive. Like you said,
Mhm.
within your spiritual life, I read my Bible. I get into my learning, my teaching Bible, especially when you're really feeling stuck, because we get stuck sometimes. And every day, sometimes it could be a
Mhm.
challenge just getting out the bed because you're so tired, especially at our age. We get so tired, like, man, I don't even feel like getting up. But like you said, we have to find a purpose. We have to find a purpose on why. And my purpose is getting up, taking care of my mom, helping my grandbaby, just being there for my family. That's my motivation. But suppose I didn't have that. What would be my motivation? Then it
Right.
would have to be self-motivation for me. So that goes back to loving yourself. So I know that if I didn't have all of that, do I really love myself enough to motivate me to get up and clean up and do what I need to do? And then if you don't, that's that depression. And that's one of the signs. If you go over to
That is
somebody's house
true. That is
sometime
true.
and not you're not cleaning up and things is just, I'm not saying nasty or nothing like that, but it's out the
Out
norm
of
of how
place.
you really do.
Out of place. Yeah.
That's a low-key sign of depression right there.
Hmm.
And sometimes I done been there. And I'm not ashamed to say it. Hey, I done been there. But it's been people in my life, thank God, that recognized it and brought
Oh
it to my
yeah.
attention and helped me get myself up out of that. But those are people that's close to you, that is in touch with you. And that's why you have to have good friends in your life. And like my mother always said, if you got that, just that one, then you doing good. But I have two good people in my life for sure. And I tell
Hmm.
you what, checking on me every day, checking on each other every day. But everybody don't have
Hmm.
that. So how do that person that don't have that, how do they get up and renew themselves? How do they get motivated to renew themselves? First, you got to find the vibe.
But that's what we need. We need to really
Chime
look into
in.
themselves and be honest, and chime in and be
Yep.
honest, because look at everything that's going on crazy in our world right now. I
Yep.
I have heard that online been blowing up about food stamps and or the SNAP,
Right.
whatever. But the thing
Yep.
is, I feel if that's what the economy is coming to, and we're always supposed to be in survival mode, what's going on with those people? I just said if you got something in your house to eat, you should be very thankful for that, whatever it is,
Hmm.
whatever it
Well,
is,
I think.
because you
Hmm.
can't, you're not going to be able to always have what you want. Like, that old saying, people get food stamps, always go buy steak and lobster, which is not really true.
Hmm.
They do, but that was to be poking fun at people, right? People with
Right.
money go buy ramen noodles with money. They don't always go buy
Yep.
steak and lobster with their cash.
Hmm.
So people look at it in perspective ways differently, right?
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
I don't know what the government thoughts on stopping people from getting their um what do you want to call it? Their I can't say they're they earn money. I can't say that is not earned.
Hmm.
Um to get the what the government gives you, your food stamps. Forget it. Just say
Yeah.
that. Food stamps,
Well,
whatever.
well, this
And
this and not
mhm,
not to cut you off, but this is the deal. And I'm gonna say this. I think the president is using us as bait. To because he's not getting what he want, and because he's not getting what he want.
really?
Oh, absolutely. It's been said. and because he's
Mm-hmm.
spoiled, he got to get what he want, and the Democrats is not trying. They trying to hold
He
tight
is spoiled.
because some of the things that he want is unreasonable. So he uses as bait. We are his bargaining tool. Period. And and we get the brunt end of
That's
it
messed up.
because he using his own people that voted for him. Some of us that voted for him, you now using us as bargaining tools to get what he wants. So he try to take away and
That's so
and and
sad.
make us suffer. But let me tell you something. Black people are resilient because we know how to
Survivors.
survive. We know how to survive. We could take one steak and feed a whole family. We could take
Man.
some noodles and make a whole different kind of meal.
Mm-hmm.
Because black people, we are resilient and we are survivors, and that's what they fail to realize. Now, who's mostly going to be affected by this? Is people that's not like us. That's been that they trying not to hurt, but they hurting.
Yeah.
And I
And
hate to
it's,
say
it's
it.
it's really messed up. Don't hate to say it like it is. That's what we do. We talk about the unspoken truth, the things that
Yep.
people too scared to talk about or embarrassed to talk about. I'm not embarrassed. I grew up on food stamps. I grew up when it
Yep.
was the paper food stamps when you had to go stand in a long line in the cold all the way outside the building to get to the window to show your ID to get your pack of stamps. I was in
Right.
line with my mama when she did it, and I was in the line with my babies and did it. So I'm not afraid of that. That era
Absolutely.
of my life, I'll never forget. That part of being resilient,
Yeah. Because
right? But
that made you who you are.
right, and I can't take that from nobody because people be needing help. I mean, I need help every day. I need help now. Just the other day, my cousin just out of the room called me and told me to come pick up a meal. A meal. Not come pick up a piece of meat. Not come pick up a sandwich. Come pick up this meal for you and your babies to
Period.
eat. Period.
Yep.
And that's what
But
I'm
that's why
talking
I
about
say
as
we
being
are resilient,
family.
though.
Hmm. And we can make a
We
way.
gonna
A woman,
survive.
we gonna make a way. Oh, we gonna make a way, baby. We gonna make a way.
Yep.
So let me tell y'all, if y'all out there listening, chime in the chat line. And I hear you, April Williams. That's right. You're right, honey. That's right. Um, we want you all to chime in on the chat line or give us a call. Oh no, I forgot to keep saying give us a call. You can't give us a call. We're doing this remotely. We got some new bells and whistles out here. But get on that chat line. It's either going to be under Stephanie's page or my page or under the Out of the Mud Inc. page. Check that out. YouTube, check it
Yep.
out. Just check us out. But I want to hear what y'all got to say. If y'all out there listening, what's your thoughts on time to renew ourselves? And I mean, not like renew as in, oh, tomorrow I'm going to buy me a brand new pair of tennis shoes and
Hmm.
buy a whole new outfit to feel renewed. No.
Hmm.
Start with one thing inside of you or within you that you know that you need to work on. Do it before the
Hmm.
end of the year. Don't try to make a New Year's resolution. That stuff never really lasts. I don't know now one person who made a New Year's resolution and stuck to it through the whole year. I don't make resolution. I don't. What I do is I
I
just do
used to it. I stopped too. It don't work. Oh my goodness, you
no.
absolutely right about that.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, but we
Nope.
have
I
to we
just
have
do
to
it.
learn how to um and I'm gonna say this too. We have to learn how to detox our mind.
Mm-hmm.
And that means like cut out the gossiping, the blaming and the
Girl.
discussions and the theories
Yes,
and
ma'am.
and and change your vibe. You got to get the
Yes.
toxic people out your life, period. I mean, and they could be, and this is me. I've been around people that I really like. I can like them. We cool, and I don't have a problem with them. But if they give me that toxic energy, I can. I see you when I see you. Hey, how you doing? I'm good. Okay.
Deuces.
But I cannot. I cannot. You have to cut out all of
Good
that
afternoon,
different
Rodney.
and feed.
Rodney said good afternoon, beautiful queens.
Oh, good
Can you
afternoon.
read it? I
Not
need the link.
really.
Okay, my producer, we need the link inside the chat line, please. And please Serenity, if you're going to get on, let them know if you want to
Oh,
be
I see
mute
it.
or just your voice. And then that way we can have you chime in. And this is time to renew ourselves. Sassy Tea Sunday at 2. Anybody out there that's willing to talk to us and let us know what you're thinking
Mm-hmm.
about renewing yourself. And I'm going to tell you, to renew yourself doesn't necessarily mean give up on everything you've been doing. Just do
Mm-mm.
something different, more positive.
Do something different.
Bring more joy. When you go places, speak to people instead of frowning at them and looking crazy. You ain't got to be all, oh, hi, can I buy that for you? You don't do that. Just be nice, be kind. My late
Mm-hmm.
boss taught me that. Man, did he teach me some good stuff. He taught me, I dedicated one of my books to him. He has really, really, really touched my soul with a lot of things. But the main
Mm-hmm.
thing that stuck with me was when he said, no matter what you do, always be kind.
Mm-hmm.
You never
Absolutely.
know what the other person is going through. And maybe
That
that one
absolutely.
gesture of kindness from you will stop them from doing anything. And that goes back to the depression,
Mm-hmm.
back to um, unaliving himself. But that's pretty sad. Whew, it just gives me the chills just to think about that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know what to
Yeah,
say.
and it's just
Sorry.
finding ways to not be in that space. And I know maybe, try dropping a bad habit. Try one bad habit at a time, and declutter your space. We got to learn how to do things different. Drop bad habits, get toxic people out your space, do all that. And I've been doing this for the past two
Oh,
years.
yes.
I've been doing this for the past 2 years, and I feel like I'm in a much better place than I was 2 years ago. Because when I tell you, uh-uh, I was on a train that was getting ready to wreck. But I had to
Mm-mm.
I had to renew my mind, clear out toxic people, declutter my space, and drop some bad
Yes.
habits. Yep. And I'm gonna tell you something else too. I had to learn how to express my feelings and not hold in things that bother me and make it internal, because that will cause depression as well.
Serenity, that's right. Serenity said, yes, declutter helps the mind. Oh, there she is. Hey,
Absolutely.
Serenity.
Hey,
Hi.
how
All
you
right, you didn't
doing?
finally
I'm
chimed in. So if the links on the line, we got room
yeah.
for one more person. If you want to get in and join in on it, we have the link is on. Check out. Where did you find the link at, Serenity?
They posted it in the comment section.
Okay, cool.
In the
The
comments.
producer.
Thanks for tuning in with us today. Man, why we all like do steps like that? Probably because the way I'm sitting in this little chair. But
I'm
time to renew
trying.
ourselves. I just saw your message said yes, declutter helps the mind. Give us a little insight on that.
Well, this is something that I learned a few years ago. When your home and your space is cluttered, seeing that junk all around, it's things that to go, but it also, I don't know if mentally, that's the word I think I'm looking for. Mentally, it bothers you here. Like your house can be clean. This is how clutter is so spiritually strong and connected to us. Now say your house is clean. Everything
Hmm.
place looking good, smelling good. But say every closet in your house is junky. You got a junk drawer.
Ooh.
Now you thinking, oh, people can come over. The house is clean. The living room is clean. They ain't gonna see my closet. They ain't gonna see the kids' closet. They ain't gonna see the junk drawer.
Hmm.
That matters.
It does.
I can't really explain it in a psychological matter of how that is connected. Like your home and your closets is connected to your body and your mind.
Hmm.
But I learned that matters. When you declutter in
All right,
everything,
that's
it flows to your person. And my daughter's is really um a little OCD, especially the oldest one. She don't like clutter. She cannot function. And I did not know that some of her behaviors that she was having was due to the house being cluttery.
Mm.
It affects
Okay.
tremendously.
Yeah, I can see that.
Wow. You know
Yep.
what? That's a that's very well said. And that could be an answer to a lot of things that people are ashamed to talk about because they're afraid of the embarrassment of what people gonna think. Because I'm gonna tell you, just the other day, I opened up my hard closet and I just stood and looked at it and I pulled everything out of the closet.
Hmm.
Everything, swept it out and everything, then put what I wanted back in there neatly, how it should be. And I felt good just by doing it. And that's a small broom closet.
But can I explain why I think it affects the mind?
Go ahead.
Um, for me, I have a I had to move two houses into one, and I have to take care of my mom and other people, right? But when I see that clutter, it throws me off because now my mind is geared to what is that? What do I need to do with that? Why is that here? And then I'm looking at this stuff and it's like a distraction to my mental.
Ooh, we
And when my
girl,
mental
yes.
when I'm distracted from my mental, it takes away from my priorities. Because I already got
Ooh,
things up in priority or what I need to do with my mom, what I got to do here. But then the minute I walk through my house, I'm like, oh my God, it distracts me. It throws me completely off. And I'm already got everything lined up on what I need to do. But the minute I come in this house and I see all this stuff, I'm like, now I feel like I got to go here. I got to do that. I got to do this. It's a mental distraction. And that's why I feel like OCD people, when they see that, they cannot focus on their everyday life or things that they need to really focus on until they get that little spot off that counter, because that spot gonna bother them and they gonna focus on that spot until, but they got other priorities to do. But until that's done, uh-uh. So I think it's a mental distraction. Uh, uh, Go ahead.
If I can
go ahead.
speak also to say that it also, what I'm learning too, going through a lot of things that I've been going through, clutter in your house, messiness in your house, um, it looks like anger. When you
Mm,
and when children in kindergarten, you learn this at this young age. When children in kindergarten, or even now, we in school nowadays, because I've been a teacher, they do mindfulness things, right? They use colors and faces so that the child can communicate with you, especially at a young age when they don't know words. So I'm saying all that to say this: declutter looks like anger and sadness, because when you ask a child to draw you a picture of what anger looks like, they can't.
yep.
Yeah, and it got
Hmm.
it got squiggles in the face. Ugh. And sometimes when you come in, you get the or
You
you
know, the other day I did
sad,
that.
or
Yep,
you
you're
get
right.
sad.
Y'all both got very good assumptions of how to resonate with people about being depressed, renewing ourselves, declutter, and all this stuff like this. Because I'm going to say this: I thought that I was the only one. Like
Mm-mm.
I'm not Molly Mae. I'm not Molly Mae. But you're right. I don't like clutter, and I always say I like a certain way. When I come home, that's how I want to see it again. And like
Mm-hmm.
I yell at my grandbabies, they put stuff on the table, and I be like, "Why is it?" And Stephanie, you're right. Why is it on the table? I was coming in the house to go into the room, put my purse away, and get my books out,
It
and
threw
get ready to
you
go in my
off.
office. And now I'm worried about why is there stuff all over my table, and now I got to sit
Yes.
the stuff down where I'm at, get this off the table because I don't
Yes.
want to look at it. And
Yes.
I'm in my mind, I'm steaming like I didn't want to see that. I wanted it to be how it was. And then when I go do something else, and I'm like, what was I to do? Now I feel like I got a little bit of dementia because I don't remember. I had a one track mind what I was going to do. Now everything just throws. So you're right. That throws you off.
It throws
Get
you
you off.
off. It's a mental distraction. And and
Wow.
and I want And I want to say too is I think especially when it comes to the kids, when we see a lot of people don't know that that's a sign of depression with kids as well, because I had to recognize some things, in my life. Like if your child has some issues, a lot of us don't even realize that it may come because we're not keeping our house the way it need to be, and it's so cluttered. And it's affecting the kids on how they perform at home, because they got all this stuff at the house, and they mind is like, oh, because I can't even get to my room, or my mom got the kitchen all junky and I need to get her some juice, and that's a mental distraction for our children. Then when they
Ooh,
go to school, they can't focus, they can't think, and it's a total breakdown for them. And then now here come the depression, and then we wonder, why is my child so depressed?
Because your house
mhm.
mess. It's that
Period.
it sounds silly, but I don't mean to
It's
cut
the
you off.
unspoken truth. It's the unspoken truth. People don't want to talk about this. People are
This
Go
afraid to
ahead.
talk about stuff.
this happened, I want to say about 3 weeks ago. And I want to put my baby girl on the spot. She upstairs. One
Mm-hmm.
morning, and right now I'm in the midst of moving, and it is messy at this moment. But
Mm-hmm.
I had to learn that, as I said, my oldest daughter, and it came from that, But I had stuff going on. But
Mm-hmm.
not to blame it on that, but it was harming them. So about 2 3 weeks ago, my baby girl was up. She's real good about getting herself up early. She get up better than me. And I heard like slamming and crying. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
what the heck going on? I come downstairs. She was full on crying, upset because the night before nobody cleaned the kitchen. But
Mm-hmm.
she's up. She's trying to get ready to go to school. She's doing the right thing. She want to
Mm-hmm.
cook breakfast. The kitchen is messy. It was clothes in the basement everywhere. I'm telling on myself a little bit. And they clean clothes, but
Mm-hmm.
didn't fold them and put them away. Now I told her too, though, that's part of your responsibility as well. You're in the sixth grade. You want
Right.
to put your clothes up. But now full grown crying, full blown crying, 6 something in the morning, the kitchen messy, I can't find nothing to wear now, and she got to go to school now. She got all this angst.
Anxiety.
Yes.
Anxiety.
Yeah. I had to hug her. I had to calm her down. I had to tell her I love her. I started cleaning the kitchen, and I saw this and I said, Serenity, get it together, because now your baby girl that's 12 is going through what your 19-year-old went through. Get it together.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Mhm.
the safest place for our children is their home.
Home.
And part of that being safe is
Yes, yes.
in neat,
Yeah.
organized. But also, I'm trying to teach my kids, y'all old enough, that's part of y'all responsibility too. Because you can't,
Mm-hmm.
like, I'm Molly Mae. We got to clean this up together. Y'all think I'm supposed to clean the whole house for y'all? Now, they're a little spoiled. Not by material. And somebody, one of my cousins will tell you, they used to tell me that, you spoiled. And it wasn't about material things.
Absolutely.
But it was just the way my mom did a lot of things for me. But
Yeah.
that is something. I just wanted to chime in and say that it affects them.
I,
But then
Yeah.
I think that it
even
does,
with my
and that's part
mama,
of renewing ourselves.
Yeah.
Yep,
I
that's
find
part of
it. Yeah.
renewing
It.
ourselves. So that
getting
we
your
can show our children, and not just our children, but it may be your niece and nephew that's looking up to
Mm-hmm.
mm-hmm,
you. It may be your grandchild, you know,
And
yeah,
that
that should be. And
that's
that
looking
should
up.
be that should be our motivation tool is our children.
mm-hmm,
That
Yes,
should be our motivation
yes,
thing
yes,
is our
yes.
children, because we got to teach them, because when they reach a certain age, it's too late. When they reach that ripe
Right.
age of 14, when they thinking they grown and they reaching their peak of teenage years, when they think they teenagers by the
Yep.
time they 16, it's over with.
Yeah.
If you don't reach these kids by the time they 12
Yep.
years old, forget about it. And
In
but
that,
then now they got to carry that on and a low-key depression because this is what they used to.
mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And
We
they
Mm-hmm.
got to do things
us,
Yes,
different.
ma'am.
we're there. We're the
We have
parents.
got to.
They look to us for that training in that
Yes.
direction. Teach them in the house. Now, once upon a time, I used to homeschool, and we used to get up. We used to have breakfast. Then they would do chores. Then we do some Bible lesson, and then we kicked off with the school subjects. And I fell away from that. But something
Mm-hmm.
as they gotta know how to clean up too. When I tell them go clean the bathroom, I come back and I check. I look by the hey, come here. You look. It's some stuff by this toilet. It's pee. I'm gonna just say that if I can. Hey, you got some pee, boy. You better get down there. You gotta put
Right.
it down. You gotta
You got to tell them and teach them.
wipe
Mm-hmm. Because
that.
how else they gonna know? Yep.
And we clean
Yep.
them. We gotta teach
Yep. But we
them,
get stuck in our own madness.
and we got them
You know
not
what?
to
Let me.
expect.
Yep. Stephanie, what did you say? We get what?
We get stuck in our own madness and forget that our kids is getting affected by our madness. Uh-oh.
That is so
Yes.
true.
They're getting
And what's
affected
crazy?
by what we going through. And I so many times have to tell my kids, like,
Mm-hmm.
listen, I have trauma too. Trauma comes from when we was in slave time, and it ain't gonna never stop. But until we learn how to identify, renew, and
Mm-hmm.
reset. And if we
Mm-hmm.
don't get those habits into
Mm-hmm.
place, it's gonna
Mm-hmm.
carry on to each generation of the depression and the bad mindsets and the bad habits
We need to
that we
break that
do.
curse. We need to break that generational curse. And I'm
Mhm.
starting with me. And I even wrote it in my own book. And a good friend of mine, that's my girl, called me yesterday
Mhm.
and read a portion out of my book to me to explain to me how that little portion meant something to her, gave her something to think of. And it was basically
Absolutely.
about how we sabotage our own self. We get in our own way. Sometimes we are our own biggest enemy. You
Girl,
know, we block
Absolutely.
our own
I
blessings.
you
And
talk
Yeah.
I feel like how you, Stephanie, and you, Serenity, and me are sitting here talking about this to help understand. Y'all ain't by yourself. Come on now. Let's talk about this. The best way to communication is key, right? So if you
Mhm.
out there, look at the line, check the link in the line. We got one more spot for another person to join in with us today, if you don't mind. Or let us see how you feel by putting it in the chat about this conversation, what people don't like to talk about. Renewing yourself. It starts with you first, because you can't expect somebody coming up under you to do something better than what you're
Mhm.
not teaching them to do, right? So,
right.
Mhm.
you know, we're gonna give our shout out to James Mayfield, the greatest Mayfield, George F. Grundy II, and Larry Lott. And I want to give a shout out to MUA Jock. Y'all shop with her for all y'all beauty needs. Shop
Absolutely.
Making This My Life. And I'm gonna try one of her packages, guys. So I'm gonna try it, and I'm not gonna do it live or nothing like she did to do it, but I'm gonna try it. And also, I want to give a shout out because there's a lot of people here with a lot of great things. Key's Cosmetics, she got a lot of good stuff going on too. So Key, I'm gonna be looking at you next. You know, well, maybe I can get you online to talk to us about it. But to renew ourselves, we really, really need to focus on the inner part of ourselves. Like again, I started out saying I'm changing a lot of things about me, and I don't need anyone's approval to do it.
Absolutely.
And my cousin me a song from India Irie, Tara. Thank you very much, Tara Weeks. She sent it to me, and I listen to it daily. And I'm going to send it to both of you ladies, and I want you to listen
I,
to it. I'm going to send you both
Okay.
versions of it. Huh?
And that's another
What you say,
thing
Serenity?
too. Okay.
What
Go
you say,
ahead.
Serenity?
I said I probably heard it because I love India Irie, but send it to me
Oh,
anyway.
Mhm.
okay. I can
And
hear.
that's the
Oh, yeah, you
thing. Music. Last night I listened to some real good smooth music, and sometimes taking a herbal bath, lighting some candles and making the house or your room smell
Aw,
good. and you play some nice jazz or whatever your vibe is at that time. And just sit back and reflect and renew, and then don't let it just marinate there. Take that when you get out the tub, when you
Ooh,
get out
yes.
your room, continue that
Yes.
vibe, and make yourself look pretty, or just do you a steamer, or no, steam your face and go and fix you some nice tea, and have some tea, and make you some nice breakfast. I mean,
We ain't talking
do
about
it,
that messy
do that
tea.
self stuff. And when I tell you, that's been helping me. That's been helping me so much. And I've been doing it, but guess what? I'm appreciating it now. I
Mhm.
wasn't appreciating it then. I was doing it, taking my nice baths, listen to him, hit the door, and here come on the madness again. Like, Lord, I just took a bath. I just lit some candles. I just got done listening to some music,
Yeah,
and
woo side.
damn it,
You was woo
here we
side.
go again. But
What
but
you do
that's
to
why I say
renew?
once. Mhm.
Was this out?
Go ahead.
What you do,
Yeah.
Serenity, to renew yourself?
Oh my goodness. I was just Stephanie reminded me. I used to back in the day, I remember when I was younger, I used to steam my face. And I ain't did that
Yes.
time.
Please.
You know
I
what,
got a steamer. I got it off of Amazon, and
girl?
it's a steamer,
Okay.
and it only costs about 20 some dollars, and it steams my face so good. And when I tell you, I feel like Beyonce when I get done. I be like, woo! I be
I'm doing that 'cause I used to do
I didn't even know the thing.
oh yeah, it's on Amazon. I
uh,
wish I had it down here with
Or
me,
I take
but
a
it's
hot, like say, take that wash rag and run it up, throw it on your
and I
neck.
used to do that, but it's not nothing. But you put something around your hair, and you just get that steam. But then continue that vibe on, and
yeah,
and don't let nobody come in no negative energy
yeah,
and all that. And you learn how to push it back, and be
Push
around
it
people
back.
that you push back. Use the push back, and because you got to
Yeah.
breathe.
you
So
know,
you can't breathe with all that in your way. Get out my way so I can breathe. Bye. You got to do that. And I do it all the time. I bye.
Right, Stephanie.
I'm something
I,
else. I'll tell you. It took me a minute to get to where I am today. And I just some things I just don't tolerate no more. I'm sorry, I love you, but no. Yeah, go
right.
ahead.
uh,
I
yeah.
definitely.
Terry said, "What do I do myself?" What's your question?
Oh, I said, what do you do to renew? Like Stephanie explained, bad. You were
Mm-hmm.
starting to tell us about your steam. But like
Mm-hmm.
current
I used
now, what do you do?
to get currently now. To be honest with you, my mind is right now drawing a blank because I am in the process of renewing myself,
Mm-hmm.
of starting anew. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I'm in the process of moving back home to my
Mm-hmm.
family. Michigan. I'm from Michigan. I'm moving back home. And in and of itself is a renewing. Now, people, it's this saying of something like you can't go. No, I think it's you can always go back home. And then some people like to say, don't go back home. However, for me, this renewing that I need to do, this renewing that I need to do,
Mm-hmm.
go back home to do it. So that
Absolutely.
that's my current first step to
Mm-hmm.
just to answer your question. But like, the bad things, I've done that. I've stumbled upon something and I haven't did it in a while on YouTube. It's called Goddess Bath.
Mm-hmm.
Look it up. And it's a whole
Okay.
process. But let me tell you, now if you do it like this one particular way, it's gonna leave a whole mess. But it is so um refreshing.
Mm-hmm.
Because I went and bought roses from Aldi's and I put
Mm-hmm.
petals in my water,
Mm-hmm.
it patch, tea leaves, um, Epsom salt, if I'm pronouncing that right, the
Mhm.
candles. It's really a process. And it actually, I take that back. I'm sorry. It's not, some people say goddess baths, but it's called an Esther bath. And if you read the Bible, it comes from the book of Esther because
Oh,
when they were going to get ready for the king, and I'm trying to
yeah.
ask because I don't want to take up a lot of time, they had to do a year of cleansing themselves, and a lot of that came from the way they bathe. They bathe
Okay.
with fragrant roses. They put oils in the water, scents in the water. And so I've done that and I need to get back to that. But
Yeah.
right now, my first thing of renewing myself is coming back home where I have
Hmm.
love, support. My family is there.
Yes,
And
yes,
Hmm.
yes,
from high school, a
yes.
lot of my friends college and came back. A lot of my friends are still there. So that may be nice to catch up with some people,
Where
but
are you? Where are you currently located?
I'm in St. Charles, Missouri.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And
Yeah.
That's
we're
nice
right
to
here in
know.
Flint, Michigan. Did y'all get some snow
Yeah.
today? Y'all get
No,
snow?
no, but I
We got some
saw,
snow.
I know, I
Mhm.
saw people posting. I said, "Ooh, I gotta get back ready for it." But
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
just now, and can I, if I can make some suggestions to you? I know you know what you say when you get back here, you want to start your renewing process, but I think that personally, your renewing process can start today.
mm-hmm,
You know, I think because it starts in our mind. So to get yourself, you know, there, start now. So when you get to Flint, it's gonna be smooth sailing because it's like you say, you pack it, you got stuff here, you dealing with this, you dealing with that. So find a space where you can renew now and breathe. Cause you still got to breathe while you doing all of that. And
yes,
Hmm.
sometimes it's hard to breathe while you in that process of doing all of that. So learn, find your time when things seem like I didn't move 100 times. And that last time I moved, I breathed. I said, listen, I'm not worried about nothing. Because what's going is going and what ain't is ain't. And I learned I learned how to
hey,
breathe.
hey,
What's going is going, what ain't is ain't. I used to worry, but should I take this? Bye. Nope, we're gonna throw that. If I ain't using it so long, you have to learn how to just not
That's
worry
declutter. That's declutter.
and not
That's it.
stress about the little things.
Hmm.
I
And
Hmm.
just and start your renewing process now.
I am Stephanie. I'm already at that point.
Oh, she definitely
I'm
is.
coming and I'm not coming with no furniture. I don't want none of this stuff. It's old.
Absolutely.
I've slowly been getting rid of things anyway. Like right now I'm
Hmm.
sitting, I live right now at one of them little fold card tables you can get from Walmart, and I bought the
Uh-huh.
black chairs because I've already got rid of the dining table. I only had a couch, but it got holes in it, got a throw rug on the back of it. Ain't coming. I already got rid of the two chairs. I mean, I sold my bedroom set.
There
I'm
you go.
renewing because
Yeah.
all this stuff holds all this stuff, and I'm not bringing that home. All's coming with me is my clothes, my printer, my
And your
laptop,
your spirit.
my microwave, my coffee maker. I mean, I'm
Absolutely.
starting all the way over.
Oh,
I
you
want you
drink
to keep in
coffee?
touch.
You
Hmm?
drink coffee?
Yeah,
You drink coffee? We're gonna have to have us some coffee days sometime, ladies.
Yeah, I drink coffee too.
girl.
Okay, I
Yeah,
like my flavored
But
coffee.
listen, I want you to on Facebook send me a friend request. Because I
Yes.
like to keep in touch with you.
All right
I
now.
told you the last time I was on, Stephanie. You got to check.
Am I? Oh, you send me
I
a friend request?
We friends, girl, on the Facebook from the last
Girl,
time.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
What's
cause
your
check it
I,
out.
you
Serenity.
look different.
yeah, I do look
She had
different.
that rag on her head.
I had my rag on, then I put on the hat.
Oh, yep, you look different.
She came on Taliban.
I I went to church, so I look
Hey,
decent.
well, look, and I had a hat on last time, but now I got a different hat called
So
Black
look
Hair.
at you. You look like a renew for me because I didn't even know who you were. So that's a renew.
Yeah,
Like, hey,
yeah.
you know what? Y'all silly. That's funny though. But
I,
for me, I Stephanie and I come up with titles different way. We have
mm-hmm,
how we come up with, and I have a little one assumption of a word. She has another assumption of a word. Our words collab together, then we come up with a different setting, right?
mm-hmm.
So we started with a different name for this show today, and I'm glad
Mm-hmm.
it changed. I am. I really am. And
Yep.
for me, renew. Actually, I said it earlier. I don't know if you caught I cut my braids out. Normally,
Mm-hmm.
I clip the ends and take them down and let my hair be a big fro. I went to the edge where the new growth was, and I cut them. And I cut
Ooh.
every last one of them out. And when I was done, my hair about probably that long now.
Why you
And
copy?
huh?
Why you
What'd you
copying?
say?
Because I cut
I
my
didn't copy you.
and I.
I tell you, this is part of my. I didn't know you did it that way though, but this is my renew. This is my
And that's what I
testimonial.
told her. I said, you are renewing yourself. I said, girl, I bet you that's going to be beautiful.
Yeah,
Because I
she
wished I
said
could
it,
do it.
but she didn't see it until we got on air. And
Mm-hmm.
I
Yep.
shocked everybody at church too. It was funny. The reason why I did it is because I'm on a different journey in life, right? And the journey in life that I'm following the path of what God has laid for me, for anybody else but me,
Mm-hmm.
I am not focused on natural healing, self love,
Mm-hmm.
trying to help and assist where I can, whether I have it or not, try to be more accountable in my own ways. I want to renew myself this way. So my hair is already turning gray, but I've been bleaching it. I didn't dye it, I bleached it. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to bleach it.
You're going to let it grow out.
I'm going to let it grow and see what God wants me to see. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But in the transition, I got to cover it up with a different kind of cap
You know what?
in the
Why,
transition. But
girl?
when the day comes for the Lord to say to me, this is you. Because
Mm-hmm.
today, at the end of my poem today, and I'm sorry I didn't have one ready for today, but at the toward the end of my poem today, I said that Lord's message is so divine. Why are you wasting precious time? This is a letter from my heart to Saint Mark and all that attend. My name is Terralisa. I am your sister, your cousin, and your friend. I love you all, and that's not pretend. That's just a portion of what I spoke on today.
Mm-hmm.
And I said that because my good friend Margie Marquita, very um y'all YouTube, whatever. She's got good music. I love her songs. Anyway, one of her songs she talks about commanding it all back. Command back your responsibilities. Take your responsibilities. Command back the things that were taken from you spiritually, mentally, physically, whatever it was, command it back. And one of the main verses I love, she said, my name is Margie, not Margie. And then you think about when people are growing through their transitions in life or getting older, you decide what do you want to be called. I've been called all kinds of names. Trust me, I got a lot of nicknames.
Mm-hmm.
But today, this present time, I'm Terralisa, and I like to win. And that's just,
Oh.
and so I'm renewing myself, me, because I know
My
who I am.
nickname was
I'm
Chicken.
a child of God, and He has a message for me to put out. And in doing so, He's changing my ways and He's ordering my footsteps. So
Amen.
as I change and become the better version of me, those that are around me will get that feeling as well because I'm going to be there to uplift them too. I want everybody to renew themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Renew
A-
yourself.
Amen.
My nickname was Chicken.
Well, you, Stephanie.
Thank you. I'm Stephanie, but all my classmates that I went to school with, they call me Chicken because when I ran track, I ran fast, but I ran like a chicken.
Ah,
So I've been
that
chicken ever since.
was your
Chicken.
that's the only one? That's the only nickname?
Yep. Yep.
I got a
Yep.
million. Trouble.
I mean,
Terror.
listen. It
Yeah.
may be some names out there that I don't know about, but hey, it,
I
Say it,
I know
Stephanie. Hey, it might be some
it might
choice
be
words
some
for you
names out
too.
there that
y'all.
I don't know
Girl,
about,
you know
but
what
the
I'm
ones
saying?
that I claim is chicken. All the other ones, I don't care. That's what they feel. I don't care.
Yeah, I got,
I
I
got
can't even, cornbread,
my kids call me
cornbread, terrible Lisa, trouble,
Oh
uh,
yeah.
Terror the Terror,
Red Bone.
Terror Monster, Red Bone Trouble, RBT, which is now Real Blessings Thrive,
Yeah.
Shorty Doo Wop,
Oh
Eric Mays,
wow.
God rest his soul. That came from Eric Mays. That was my dude, God rest his soul. I miss him.
Mhm.
And Smiley. I can't forget that. My cousin's
Mhm.
grandfather in the country, being out there in the farms, that's what he called me because I always be smiling. So I got quite a
Mhm.
few, and there's probably some that I don't know what people call me too. Like you said, Stephanie, ain't no telling, girl. What about
I
you,
know.
Serenity?
See you.
You're
You said
alive.
it's
You're
live.
alive.
That's why I told y'all to be quiet coming in the house all loud.
Yeah.
Y'all bro.
Yeah.
But
But
yeah,
go ahead.
Lisa, I can so relate because I cut my locks off. My locks was long. They had grew. I had them for 5 years, but I knew it was time. I didn't feel sick. I didn't cry. I went right to the new growth and cut it off right there. And I got on the
I
cap
did
too.
that this morning.
I did mine a couple of weeks ago. I got on the cap today too, because it was time for a change, and yeah,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
yeah. Everybody was like, "You're gonna keep your locks? You can reattach them." And I said,
Mhm.
"I'm not reattaching those locks. If I want to relock my hair, I'm going to start afresh in Michigan. If I
Renew.
want, I burned those locks. Period. I did a burn. I
Ooh.
burned.
Oh
Yeah,
wow.
Okay.
I wrote a letter. I wrote a letter about it and things like that, and I set them on fire. And I was sitting outside on my patios having me a little beer,
Oh wow.
Let it burn. Let it
a
burn.
prayer. Yeah, because
No,
a lot
I,
Y'all
of people
know today
they
been a nice show today. We we I'm thankful that you all, and I wish others would chime in. I want to see us fill the screen. Somebody else got to be willing to talk about something. We're almost at the end of the show, so do our little finishing words here. I definitely want to say this to any and everybody out there that's been participating, watching, listening. Please like, share, and subscribe at Out of the Mud Inc. Again, that's a good platform company that's allowing us to do a lot of things that we do. Stephanie and I are also on alternative podcasts as well. There's other
mhm.
podcast shows on the link. Please go to it and check it out. It may be something helpful for you. Um, so today's been a great show again for me. I love it. I love what I do.
And
What about you, Stephanie? What are your ending
I,
thoughts?
oh, I loved it. I mean, I love just talking about renewing anyway because it's a everyday effort. And that's the way of trying to control depression because depression always sit in, but we have to learn how to control it and try to renew and do something different and have a better mindset on an everyday basis. Every day ain't the same day. We gonna have bad days, we gonna have good days. And I just
Yes,
and
that's
and
true.
the renewing process of it is really fun and exciting once you mentally get there. And I also feel like especially the cleaning of your space
what happened to her?
and let go, it's a lot of
Definitely.
anger that I might have, and I'm learning to let go of all that because that
Mm-hmm.
that hinders us too. So I'm in the
Yep.
process of letting go anger, hate, and all of that, and cleanse
Yep.
my heart.
Talked
So
about
Okay.
I'm doing that as well.
I
All right.
talked
Yep,
about
And
and
Serenity.
and just trying
What?
to move forward in my life, and I'm feeling better. I done came a long ways, a long
That's good.
ways.
All
So,
right, we
and
got
that's why
about
I'm glad
eight
we was
seconds.
able to talk about it today. And hopefully we have helped some
Steph,
other people out there. And I know it's people out there that's going through the same thing and might not wanted to chime in and they listen. I appreciate that,
yep.
because at least,
Thank you.
we can
She is
we can
she's
motivate
right
each
about that.
other. And
Yep, that's what we need to
I
do.
want to give you a piece of jewelry because I sell paparazzi.
Ooh.
And so when you get
Oh,
in town, you
oh.
let me know
I'm like, what are you
and
talking about?
I'm gonna give you a piece of jewelry that you like. I have it set out and
Okay.
you can pick out your piece
We
for just
already have a
coming on
little
the
over.
show and expressing yourself.
Yes.
So let
Okay.
me
I'm looking
know
at the
and
timing,
inbox me or
Stephanie.
whatever, and we can link up or I can send it to you. A piece of
Can you
jewelry.
see the
This
time?
is to show how much I appreciate you being on the
Can
show
you hear me? Can y'all hear
and
me?
coming on.
I
Can you
can
hear me? Stephanie. Stephanie.
Can y'all
I
hear
can
me?
hear you.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Can y'all hear me? Hold on a second. Let me go
Yes.
out and come back in. Can y'all hear me now?
That's what I was thinking.
Okay. Could
We can
y'all
hear
hear
you.
me?
Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But what I
Okay.
was trying to tell you, we're already over an hour. I was trying to get her last final thoughts of the show. So I got to get her to do that. So before we go off air, we already over time.
I
Go.
mean, that's fine, but I was just letting her know that I wanted to give her that jewelry. So just let me know.
Oh yeah, no, we
Okay.
heard all of that.
Oh, I didn't know if y'all
What's
heard
your
it.
ending
Okay.
thoughts? No,
Okay.
I was just trying to get your attention at the time. What's your
Oh,
ending thoughts before we get? Yeah, because we're already over. Go.
okay.
Give yourself grace as you're working on renewing yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You said give yourself what?
Grace. Grace.
Absolutely. Thank
Don't
you.
be too hard on yourself because you're trying to renew. And so you're
Mm-hmm.
going to steps too. So just
Thank you
give
for
your
that.
Yes.
Thank you.
That's a great way to end the show. Again, thank you all for tuning in. Sorry, James, but we're ending the show. But thank you for tuning in to Sassy T at 2.